हेमन्ते प्रथमे मासी नन्दव्रज कुमारिकाः चेरुः हविष्यं भुञ्जानाः कात्यायन्यर्चनव्रतं कात्यायनि महामाये महायोगिन्यधीश्वरी नन्दगोपसुतं देवी पतिं मे कुरुते नमः. These shlokas from the Bhagavata Purana tell us how the Gopikas of Vrindavan observed the Marhadi Nonbu, the Vratam during the month of Marhadi, to attain Lord Shri Krishna as their husband. Hemante Prathame Masi, in the first month of the Hemanta Rutu, that is in the Marhadi month, Nandavraja Kumarikaha, the daughters of all the cowherds in Nandavraja, Vraja Bhumi, that is Vrindavan, Cheruhu Havishyam Bhunjanaha Katyayin Yarchana Vratam. They observed this austerity, this Vratam for 1 month so that they can attain Lord Krishna as their husband. This Vratam was emulated by Andal since she thought of herself as a Gopika Stri and wanted to attain Lord Shri Krishna as her husband. So, in this Tirupavai, Andal takes the persona of a Gopika who is performing this Marhadi Nonbu, this Vratam during the month of Marhadi, and she starts singing about the process of the Vratam. This Tirupavai has 30 Pasharams in it. Out of these 30 Pasharams, the first 5 Pasharams are an introduction. They are a Upodghata, a foreword, if you would. What she says here is, in the first song, she praised that such a good day, an auspicious day has come where we are able to do this Nonbu and go have darshan of Lord Krishna. In the second song, she elucidated what we should do while we observe this Vratam and what we must abstain from doing during this Vratam. Nei unnom, paal unnom, Natkale neeraduvom, mayittu eludhom. So all these are what we must do and what we must not do while observing this Vratam. Next, in the third Pashuram, which is the Pashuram for today, Andal blesses that everyone should get a lot of wealth. Ongi ulahalanda uttaman per paadi, Nangal nam pavaikku chaatru neeradinal, Thinginni nadellam tingal mummari peidu, ஓங்கு பெரும் சென்னல் ஊடு கயலுகள பூங்குவளை போதில் பொறிவண்டு கண்படுப்ப தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்த முளைபற்றி வாங்க குடம் நிறைக்கும் வள்ளல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்து ஏலோர் எம்பாவாய். நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்து, eternal wealth must be begotten by us. This is what she says here. Earlier she says that we do not want any other fruits. We want to attain Lord Krishna, we do not want milk, we do not want ghee, we do not want to apply kajal to our eyes, we have no interest in any worldly pleasures. We only want to reach Krishna and do service to him. This was what she said in the second stanza. Now in the third song she says, Ningada selvam niraindu, we must get a lot of wealth. So isn't there a contradiction here? Does Andar consider Krishna as wealth? Or does she consider money, cows, milk and ghee as wealth? Actually, there is no contradiction here. Andal does not pray for all these for herself. She does not want the cows. She does not want the milk. She is praying for all the cowherds of Vrindavan to get all these treasures. These cowherds, the people, the fathers and mothers of all these Gopikas have allowed the Gopikas to have darshan of Krishna. Till now, the Krishna and the Gopikas were kept away since Krishna would steal the minds of all these Gopikas. So, the Gopikas were kept in lockdown in their homes. Now, since there was no rain in Vrindavan, these Gopikas were let out of the house in order to perform this Marhadi Nonbu so that there is good rain in Vrindavan. However, someone needs to oversee this Vratam. Nobody else other than Krishna knows the procedure to do this Vratam. Therefore, the elders of Vrindavan allowed these children, these girls, to meet with Krishna, talk to him and take his guidance in doing this Vratam. So, Andal is indebted to them. They have given their assurance. They have allowed these Gopikas to go meet Krishna today. So, that thankfulness, that gratitude is expressed in this Pashuram, where Andal prays that all those elders should have good rain, they should have good prosperity, they should have a lot of wealth, they should live happily. So this is the gist of this Pashuram. We must be with gratitude. We should show our gratitude to anyone who does even a small ounce of a help to us. We might be doing something great, but if someone comes and helps us even in a very small way, even in their small capacity, even then we should not shrug aside their contribution to that. We must acknowledge their contribution, we must give them their right, we must praise them, and we should think good for them in our hearts. That is what Andal shows to us in this Pashuram. So she says, Ongi Ulahalanda Uttaman Per Padi. Bhagavan Lord Sriman Narayana took birth as Vamana. Indra is the lord of three lokas, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha and Suvaha. These three lokas were stolen from him by Mahabali. Therefore, to get back the wealth that was stolen from Indra, Lord Narayana took birth as Vamana. This is called Vamana avatar. He took birth as a small Brahmin boy. He went to Mahabali and asked him for bhiksha. The bhiksha that he asked was, I need 3 feet amount of land. I want land, a piece of land. That land will be measured by my feet. I will keep my foot 3 times. Whatever is the length or the area covered by my feet, that portion of land should be given to me. This was Vamana's request. Vamana was a very small boy. So Mahabali said, okay, you can take 3 feet area of your land. Immediately, Vamana grew. He took up a very big form that is called Trivikrama avatar. So initially he was a very short person. Then he became so big that using only 2 feet, he covered this entire universe. He covered everything in this place, and so all of this whole world became his possession. So now he can return the wealth to Indra. This is the story of Mahabali and Trivikrama avatara. Andal now sings about Trivikrama. Ongi Ulahalanda Uttaman. Ulahalanda. He measured these words. Uttaman. He is a very superior human being. He is not one who wants to hurt others and get pleasure out of that. He is not one who wants himself to be happy and others to be happy. Bhagavan is a Purushottama, which means even if he has to experience some hardships, he wants his followers to be happy. So Bhagavan took birth as a small boy. He has never asked for alms from anyone. He has never taken bhiksha. Now he is taking bhiksha. He has never praised anyone in his life because he is the most superior person. Now he has to praise Mahabali and get that dhanam from him. So Bhagavan took up a lot of hardship, but Indra got back what was his owed wealth. Therefore Bhagavan was happy. Ongi Ulahalanda Uttaman. He did not expect anything in return from Indra. He let himself experience hardships so that Indra would get back his wealth. That is why he is called Uttama. He is a superior being. So Ongi Ulahalanda Uttaman Per Padi. We must all sing his names. Nama Sankirtanam is a very important process. Whatever was attained in Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga by doing yagas, dhyanam, etc., we can attain all that. We can attain mukti by doing Nama Sankirtanam itself. So in this Pashuram, Andal also stresses the importance of Nama Sankirtanam. And she says, don't do Nama Sankirtanam to get some material benefit. Don't say that I will read Sahasranamam every day. I should score good marks in my upcoming exam, or I should get some business deal, or I should get a wife, I should get children. Don't pray like this. Chant the names of Bhagavan so that we experience the joy of chanting them. There is no superior goal to that. The joy of chanting Bhagavan's names is itself enough. So Ongi Ulahalanda Uttaman Per Padi. We will all sing his names. If we do this, what will we get? Namum nam pavaikku chatra neeradinal. If we observe this Vratam Marhadi Nonbu, Thingindri Nadellam Tingal Mummari Peidu. In all the world, the rain should come thrice a month. Tingal Mummari. Tingal means month. Mummari. Rain thrice a month. Why does she say so? If there is excessive rains, there would only be floods. the earth will not be able to absorb the water and retain it. If there is no rain at all, there would only be famine. So the apt way for rain to come is there should be good rain for one day, then for 9 days the sun should shine properly. Then again there should be rain for one day, then the sun should shine for 9 days. Then again rain for one day and sunshine for 9 days. If this is the process that is followed, then the earth will be wealthy. The earth will be able to absorb and retain the water and moisture. So Andal says, Tingal mummari peidu. Then, Ong perum shennal. The crops should grow tall and there should be fat. So Ong perum shennal. Ood kayaluhala. Fish should be swimming in the waters that are surrounding the fields. Ood kayaluhala. Poonkuvalai podil porivandu kanpaduppa. There should be beautiful flowers that have flowered. In that flower, there should be bees that are sleeping there. The bee comes to the flower to drink the nectar that is there inside the flower. However, the touch of the flower is so soft that the bee started sleeping inside the flower itself. Poonkuvalai podil porivandu kanpaduppa. So all this is just to say that there should be prosperity in the land. There should be a lot of water. There should be good growth of crops, there should be flowers, there should be bees. So the whole economic or the environmental cycle, the cycle should be intact. The environment should be prosperous and protected. Thinginni nadellam ningal mummari peidu, Ong peram shennal ood kayaluhala, Poonkuvalai podil porivandu kanpaduppa, Thengade pukkirundu sheertha mulai patri vaanga. There should be big, large cows. They should be able to give lots of milk to everybody present here, and they should be so generous that when you go keep a vessel in front of the cow and just touch and start milking the cow will automatically fill all the vessels. Seertha mulai patri vaanga, kudam niraikkum vallal perum pasukkal. The cows are so generous that they do not know how to stop giving milk. They give and give and give so that the people in that area can live happily. Vanga kudam niraikkum vallal perum pasukkal, neengada selvam niraindu. This eternal wealth should first come to Vrindavan and it should never go away from Vrindavan. Neengada selvam. You can earn a lot of money, but it might happen that you spend even more than you earn. That should not be the case. You should get wealth and you should be able to retain that wealth also. This is called yoga and kshema. Yoga means getting new wealth. Kshema means retaining what wealth you have. So yoga and kshema are very important. So Andal prays to Bhagavan so that all the cowherds of Vrindavan are prosperous, wealthy and lead a happy life. This is because of her gratitude to them for allowing the Gopikas and Andal to go have darshan of Krishna and do service to him. So there are many good thoughts for us to follow in this world today. First, we should do Nama Sankirtanam. Second, we should show our gratitude to anyone who helps us grow spiritually or otherwise, academically. So we should show our gratitude to them. So all these are tenets that we should follow in our daily life. We will thank Andal for doing both simultaneously. She inculcates bhakti in us. She tells to us the greatness of Lord Krishna and inculcates bhakti. At the same time, she is preaching moral values to us which we can adapt or adopt in our daily lives. So let us thank Andal and try to follow whatever she has told us in this third Pashuram. Srimate Vishnu Chittarya Manonandana Hetave Nandanandana Sundaryai Godayai Nityamangalam.